Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm coming to you live from Texas. The time is 6:58 a.m., so it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Wherever you are, I know for most of my followers, you're in Africa. So I believe it will be, from afternoon to or early evening time in most places in Africa. Welcome to a 40 TV live stream. Those of you who are in the Middle East, it's probably evening time there. How are you guys doing? In some places, it might probably be like nighttime. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Hi, Taslim. How are you? Guys, let me know where you're watching from. So I hope you guys are, taking care of the registrations or putting your stuff together. You already know what you're supposed to do. But today I just came in to see if you guys address some of the questions that you guys have been posting on this page. Hi, Paul and Kansa, how are you? To make sure that if there's anything that, you're not understanding, I'll be here to, I will attempt to explain them to you guys. Please make sure that you go to the YouTube channel, Wofoi TV, and subscribe, okay? We need you to subscribe, my people. We need you to subscribe. The link should be at the bottom of this video. It's Wofoi TV. When you go to YouTube, you should find it and then subscribe over there, all right? Because some of the videos that you may be looking for, one thing with Facebook is that there are some videos and there are some posts. Sometimes you'll be looking for them and you can't find them. But on YouTube, you just need to type a keyword that relates to the title and you'll find the video, all right? If you're looking for a video about education when it comes to DV Lottery, when you go to my YouTube channel, type education, occupation requirement, interview. When you type all of this, you see videos that have the title, that have interview in the title, videos that have education in the title, videos that have registration in the title. It will kind of filter it down for you too. But on Facebook, it is a little difficult to look for videos like that, right? So that is why it is a good idea for you to go to the YouTube channel and make sure that you subscribe. You're already supporting me here, so why don't you carry yourself and go to the YouTube channel and subscribe? All right, thank you so much and God bless you for doing this. Hi, Anago, how are you? Let me see. Elizabeth, how are you? You're watching from Liberia. Festus, how are you doing? I am doing great. All right, so we're going to talk about some of the things, some of the questions that people have asked on this platform, and then I'm going to answer them. Since yesterday, people have asked so many questions, and I'm going to answer some of the questions here. If you have a question, you can ask it over here. All right. Please, if you have a question, just bring your question here. Don't inbox me and ask me any question. If you have sent me a message through my personal inbox on Facebook using my Ikuya Ofoi page, guys, I am not going to respond to that because that is my personal page. The fact that you are on my friends list there doesn't mean that you should bring my business to their personal page. I hope you understand. All right. I don't discuss DV Lottery with my personal page, so make sure you don't do that. If you've sent me a message there, I am not going to even respond to that. Okay, so somebody asked a question, I believe yesterday. Their name is it Fali? Fali was asking that if you have the what if the 2 years exclusionary period will be completed in 2025 before September 2025. So this question relates to somebody who came to America on J1 visa. When you get a J1 visa to come to America, they give you 2 years exclusionary period. The exclusionary period means that for 2 years, you shouldn't work out yourself to America, right? When you use that J1 visa to come for cultural exchange, or you come for work study, right, the summertime, that J1 visa, when you come, they tell you 2 years, don't come here. Okay, so the person was asking, so if the 2 years will end, it's like a sentence. If it will end before September 2025, can the person apply? This is the thing. Until the 2 years exclusionary period has ended, you cannot get the visa. So if you know that it will end before September 30th, 2025, you can apply for the DV lottery. It's just that they will not give you a visa unless you have finished serving your 2 years. I hope you understand. Okay. If they say stay out of America for 2 years, even if you win the DV lottery, you can process it and go all the way through it. But at the time of the interview, if they see that you have even 1 week left, they will put your case to the side until the 1 week has passed, the thing has passed, before they can issue your visa. So whilst they are waiting to issue your visa, if the fiscal year ends, that is the end. If they run out of visa, that is the end. I hope you understand that. Okay. Let me see. Somebody's asking, please send me the link. I want to play the DV lottery on my laptop. Senior, you look for the link on this page. I have shared the link on this page so many times. I cannot personally send it to you again. It is on this page. There was one post that I did, probably, I think I did it on Monday or Tuesday. And then I asked people, if you need the link, comment here. I sent it to over 100 people there. And people are still asking on the same post, sister, I need it. And I'm like, there are over 100 comments with the link reply to them. Why don't you click the link from there? Why do I have to personally send it to you? All right, my people, sometimes make the work easy. All right, I cannot send it to all 40,000 people who follow me here. When I post something that you know you need, definitely take advantage of that. Use it also. Okay. All right, let me see some of the questions that some people have asked. And so somebody was asking that do you need we're talking about the passport requirement. Guys, they have canceled the passport requirement, so stop talking about passports. Okay, somebody was asking, do you mean passport picture or the traveling passport? My people, passport photo and passport picture is the same thing. It is the photo. I don't know why some people have forgotten that photo and picture are the same thing. Photo and picture is the same thing. So when I say passport photo, I am talking about the same thing as passport picture. So if I wanted to say passport, I would not have attached photo to it. I would not have attached picture to it. Okay. So guys, on this platform or on any of the Wofoi TV platforms, when you hear me say passport photo, passport picture, I am not talking about the book that you use to travel, the international traveling document, that book. I am not talking about, I'm talking about photo, that square photo, that square picture. So please don't ask that question under the post when I have clearly said passport photo. Don't ask about the passport document, that whole document, because if that was what I was saying, I wouldn't have attached photo. Okay. So I hope you guys pay attention to the stuff that I post here. Most of my postings on this platform, they are very short, so you cannot tell me that you read 2 sentences and you missed some words in there. Pay attention to what you're reading. Attention to details is important, because even as you're filling the DV lottery registration, if you're not paying attention to details, that is where you make mistakes. Okay, I know today we are in a society where videos are 15 seconds, videos are 30 seconds, 90 seconds. So it seems like our attention span is 90 seconds. If you read something 90 seconds, we just quit. We just read from the beginning, the end, because we are used to 90 seconds, short video, short. But please, if you don't want to repeat mistakes, make costly mistakes, you have to pay attention to the details. Read the whole thing to understand. All right. So you're not going to need a passport for this registration, but know that when you win the lottery and you're processing, you will need an international passport to travel. So on the registration, it is not going to ask you for your passport, but when you win and they are processing for you to get your visa and come to America, you definitely need to go to the interview with the passport. All right. My video isn't played though. Viewing the comment. Dickens, I don't understand what your question is about. Let's go on to the next person. Is it Raleigh D? How are you? Aduna, how are you? Please, if you forget the country code and submit the application, will that affect your application? No, it will not affect your application. So I believe Aduna is asking about on the DV Lottery registration, where it asks for your phone number. So it looks like Aduna forgot to put the country code there. It is okay, because they are not even going to use the phone number to call you or do anything. All right, so don't stress about that. All right. Taslim, how are you? You're watching from Conakry, Guinea. You said you have finished your registration. Congratulations. I'm happy that you were able to do your own registration, and I wish everyone who has put in their registration, I wish you the best of luck. Okay, let's go on. Jumbo is asking, please, I have 4 names, so can I use my 2 given names as fair name in the first name box? Yes, you can do that. You can definitely do that. There are some people, they have 4 names. So let's say my name is Ekia T Wofoy Ajay, right? So maybe Ekia T, that is my first name. I can put Ekia, but you must space them, okay? Don't put them together as one word. All right. So when you have multiple names and the multiple names are going into the first name column, space them. So you type, like if my name is Ekia Teresa, I will put Ekia and then space Teresa. Don't put hyphen in there. Don't put comma anywhere. Just space the thing. So that will be Ekia Teresa. Both names in that column. All right. So Jumbo, that is how you will do it. No hyphen in them. And like we said, I am playing as a couple. Do I need my husband and I? Yes, you do. When you are filling the DV lottery, understand that when you are adding derivatives, somebody who is going to be an attachment, like your husband, your wife, your children, you need their photo, their own passport photo with the same requirement as yours. Okay? Just like yours will have white background, your husband's photo must have a white background. It must be 600 by 600 pixels, just like you, the main applicant. Your children must also have 600 by 600 pixels, just like you. They shouldn't have anything covering their face. Their face shouldn't be obstructed or obscured by anything, just like you. Your baby, your small baby, where they put the finger in the mouth, right? You need to take the finger out, because doing this will cover their nose, right? When I do this, you see how they cover my nose now. Whether they have pacifier in their mouth, you have to take the pacifier off. Okay, so the same requirement for you, the main applicant, should apply to your beneficiaries or your derivatives. Okay, those of you who did calculus, derivative, right? They are benefiting from the parent. So the main applicant, all the requirements that applies to you will apply to them when it comes to your passport photo. So you need to get your husband's passport photo. Somebody was asking that the person is a Nigerian. A Nigerian lady asked that her name is Olu. Olu was asking that, yes, Oluwatoyin. You're asking that you are married to somebody who is not a Nigerian. So that is good news for you. You can apply. But you're asking that you have children, but your husband is not interested in applying for the DV lottery. Okay, so what you can do, Oluwatoyin, what you can do is that you can apply for the DV lottery as the main applicant. When they ask you where you were born, if you were born in Nigeria, put that exactly there. When you get to number 6, question number 6, where it asks you is your eligibility based on your country of birth or your native country, you will select no, and then you will choose your husband's country. Okay, you will choose your husband's country. When you choose your husband's country, make sure that when you get to the highest education level, you choose for your own. Everything else must be about you. So, and then the marital status, you have to say you are married to somebody who is not an American citizen and does not have green card. All right. Now, after that, of course, you put the number of children you have. But when you go to the next page, it is going to ask you for your husband's information. So make sure that even though your husband is not interested in applying for it by himself, you must get his passport photo. So even if he's not interested, find a way to get the passport photo. You need to talk to your husband, have that discussion with them. And one thing that me as a woman, I will recommend to you is that sometimes when your husband is not like really into this, they may not be into it right now, but when you win, all of a sudden they are happy to be doing the thing with you, right? So talk to him, use the children as, you know, your main speaking point, that hey, this opportunity is not even just for us but for the children, so that our children can have better life, better opportunity, right? Even if for us we don't want America, we can go make sure our children get the opportunity and we can come back here if this is where you want to live, right? Sometimes you have to use that as a speaking point. Sometimes as a parent, you might be okay with the life that you have in Nigeria, in Ghana, or wherever you and your husband are. But think about your children. Your children may have better opportunities here in America, and that is where you should use as your speaking point. And pray about it too, right? Because sometimes before you ask for a certain, you know, cooperation from somebody, if you're a Christian, I'll just tell you, sometimes pray about it first too. All right? So my sister, good luck to you. And then when you win the lotto, trust me, when you win, this same person who was not interested, he'll be happy to come with you. Because when you are a Nigerian and you apply for the lottery, you must be coming to America with the person that you borrowed eligibility from, right? So if your husband is, say, South African and you win the lotto, you must be coming to America together with him. He cannot stay back. You must be coming with him. But trust me, when you win the lotto, this same person, he will be happy to come with you. All right? So that part is the battle for the Lord. Now it's your turn to, you know, do the convincing. All right? Good luck to you, my sister. And now go. I've responded to your question. Mal, is it Isuman? Your name, is it Millicent or Millis or Malis? So Isuman, you're asking how can you apply. I have done the tutorial. I posted the video here, the link to the video here on this page yesterday. The video is available on my YouTube channel. I have shown you how to fill the application. The video was less than 7 minutes. You should go and watch it. It will show you how to fill it. All right. Somebody said you cannot hear my voice. If you cannot hear my voice, please adjust to your volume, because it seems like you're the only one who may have that issue at the moment. Hi Techi, Mafu Felix, how are you? Let's see. Benjamin, please, is the confirmation number the same as the control number? There's nothing as control number. It's confirmation number. Whenever I hear control number, it is when you do Western Union, then they have this control number. Please, DV Lottery, there's nothing as control number in there. All right? So if you're on some website and they are telling you control number, it is not DV Lottery. It is not the official website. They will say confirmation number. There's nothing as control number in DV Lottery when you're on the official, if you went to the official website. So I don't know whether you went to some agent's website and they are using their own control number. All right? Because they don't want to give you the actual confirmation number. Hi, Will Rich. You're asking, so can you use the passport photo to... The passport photo, I don't understand your question, Will Rich. Baba, you're asking, please, someone with HND certificate, what education would this person select? For me, I would say that if I were in your shoes, I would either choose some university courses or I would select vocational or technical education. I think there's some vocational or technical. Guys, I have that information on this phone. I could have looked at it. But yeah, you can choose either university courses or the option before that one. There's an option, I think it says vocational or technical. So either you choose that one or you choose some university courses. Guys, know that your highest education level is not what they are going to determine as the basis for selection. It is not a selection criteria. So don't even stress so much about that. Let me go to another question somebody asked. Please, my husband has a dual citizenship. My husband is Nigerian by birth and Liberian citizen by document. Can he apply as a Nigerian? In another page, he applies as a Liberian. If anyone amongst it work, he goes for it. Is Ohanuka patience? You're asking that your husband has dual citizenship. He's a Nigerian by birth, but he has Liberian citizenship document. Can he apply using that? So Hanuka patience. I don't think so. The reason why I'm saying I don't think so is that the DV lottery is based on your native country. So your husband, who is a Nigerian by birth, means that Nigeria is his native country. Even though he has a citizenship of Liberia, that is not his native country. Okay? So what I will recommend for you and your husband is that your husband can still apply for the lottery as the main applicant if he has the minimum education requirement or the occupation requirement, which is the work experience to qualify. Then your husband can apply the lottery as if he were a Liberian. So since he is married to you, patience, your husband, you will apply for the lottery as a Liberian, say that you are married, add your husband information. If you have children, declare that information. Then your husband can also apply for the lotto, say that he was born in Nigeria. But when it comes to question number 6, when they say eligibility is based on your country, your native country, or a different country, he will select no, because his native country is Nigeria. So if you are Nigerian and you apply and you choose yes, then they will disqualify you because Nigeria doesn't qualify at the moment, right? So your husband will choose no. When he selects no, now he will go through the country in the drop-down list and choose Liberia. So when your husband will choose Liberia, so he will be treated as if he were a Liberian citizen, all right? But what you suggested, that is not the right way to do it, okay? You were suggesting that your husband has a Nigerian citizenship, he has Liberian citizenship, so he can apply like 2 times, if I understood your question correctly, that he can apply as a Nigerian, apply as a Liberian, whichever works. No, that is not how it works. Your husband can apply as a Liberian because he's married to you, whether he has Liberian citizenship or not. My people, when you are using somebody's country as eligibility, you don't need to be a citizen of that country. The fact that you are married to that person, you are entitled to use that person's country. I know somebody was complaining that, hey sister, tell the Nigerians who are married to Ghanaians not to be claiming as Ghanaians. So my brother, it is not up to you to make that decision. The chance is there for them to do that, so they are going to do that. Okay, the chance is there for them to do that. You too, if say in few years time when Ghana is not eligible and you are married to a Nigerian and Nigeria qualifies, you will not be saying the same thing. All right, sometimes when we see that one country doesn't qualify, we think it is not our problem that Nigeria doesn't qualify. One day it will rotate and get to your country, there you will smell pepper. All right, so let's not rejoice that Nigeria doesn't qualify. It is a rotation. It will get to Ghana, it will get to Liberia, it will get to Algeria soon, it will get to Cameroon. So when one country is out, don't over rejoice now. All right, Nigeria was part of the DV lottery from I think 2011, 2010, 2009. Nigeria was part of it. Because they exceeded the limit, that was why Nigeria was kicked out. All right. Somebody is asking about the passport photo size. Maddie Warren, you are asking about the passport photo size. The passport photo size is just the normal American passport photo size, which is 2 inches by 2 inches, right? But since it is going to be electronic or soft copy, it has to be 600 pixels by 600 pixels. So 600 pixels is like the dimension that we see in the digital world. So the photo, if you are holding the photo in your hand like that, right? it will be 2 inches by 2 inches or 51 millimeters by 51 millimeters. But on the electronic, like on your phone, it will be 600 by 600 pixels, because of the unit of measurement of an electronic image is different from the unit of measurement of a hard copy image. I hope you understand. Okay. Let's see what question is it. Will Rachel say, can you use the photo to fill the form? Why not? You are supposed to use a photo to fill the form. Why can you not? Let's see. Festus, you said, can I apply as a Nigerian, please? The only way a Nigerian can apply is if you were not born in Nigeria, and at the time that you were born in the other country, your parents were there for just work, or they were there for visiting. They don't live in that country, permanent resident. So if you're a Nigerian and say you were, or if you're somebody who was born in Nigeria and one of your parents is a Nigerian, then this doesn't, it doesn't help you. And also, if you are a Nigerian and you are married to somebody who is a foreigner from a country that qualifies, all right? If your wife is an American, you cannot use her because Americans don't qualify for DV Lottery. If your wife is a Canadian, you cannot use them. But this year, DV Lottery, UK has been reinstated. So if you're married to a UK citizen, you can borrow eligibility from there. If you are a Nigerian married to any national from Africa, you can use them as long as they are not Nigerian. So if you are, Festus, if you're married to, let's say, a Kenyan woman, you can apply for the Lotto, and then when it gets to question number 6, when they ask for eligibility, you can use your Kenyan wife country. You can use Kenya as your eligibility. You can borrow eligibility from your wife's country. All right, but there is a condition. The condition is that when you borrow eligibility from a woman or a man, whether your husband or your wife, you are supposed to be traveling together. You cannot just borrow and leave the person that you borrowed from. You cannot leave that person back home. All right, you should all be traveling together, and that marriage must happen before the registration. So you cannot say that I have a Kenyan girlfriend, I am going to apply for the DV Lottery, and claim that we are using eligibility from Kenya, and then I will marry after I win. You cannot do that. Okay. So if you're going to borrow eligibility, the marriage should take place before you register. So those of you Nigerians who want to take part and you have planned your wedding for December, you have to bring it back. Pull the wedding string, pull it back, and get married soon, so that you can put in the application. All right. Let me go on to the next person. David, it's a good day. Is Nigeria eligible to apply? I hope you got my explanation. Nigeria as a country is not eligible yet. So, like I said, you have to borrow eligibility from somebody who, if you're married to somebody who is not a Nigerian. All right. It is nothing that Nigerians did. Some people have that misunderstanding that, oh, Nigerians have done this, Nigerians have caused trouble. That's why it has nothing to do with that. They are only using a quota. DV Lottery is for countries that have historically low immigration rates. And there is a standard. It means that every 5 years, so they calculated from the fiscal year that just ended, all right, which was 2023. It ended on September 30th. So they calculated 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019. So 2019 up to 2023. So from 2019, which is September 30th, 2019, all the way till September 30th, 2023. They did the calculation to see people who have received work visa to get green card to America, those type of green card. And then the family preference basis, right? Like you file for your brother, your sister, your children, that kind of, those type of family preference, like older children, right? And then they did the calculation. So if Nigeria has exceeded 50,000, that is why Nigeria is no longer in the DV Lottery, because they are like, you people, you are overrepresenting over here. We cannot give you more opportunities to, like over dominate, right? And so they do it every year for all the countries that are part of the DV lottery. So when a country, the number drops, the country will come back in. One country, for example, is UK. United Kingdom wasn't part of the DV lottery from last year, the year before. But this year they are now part because the number dropped. When they did the calculation, UK no longer has over 50,000. So now UK has been added back to it. So the same thing could happen to any country. When the number drops, you people will be back on. And if in any country the number goes up, that country will sit out. That's how it is. Okay. All right. Let's go on. Aduna, thank you. Amen. No, amen. All right. Let's go on. David, yeah, you said you've been asking for the link to register. I have posted it on this page. I did a video tutorial. The link was in there. All right. I've posted the link here many times. Elizabeth, you're asking that I want to play with my 20-year-old son. So am I allowed to do so? Yes, you are allowed to do so. But if your son also qualifies for the DV lottery, I would say that apply for your son also separately because of your son's age. All right, your son is already 20, right? Maybe the thing is that sometimes when it comes to US immigration, sometimes if your age is not 21 yet, they can use some calculation to take some months off for you. All right, but sometimes it depends on how close you are to that 21. So I would say that since your son is under 21, add him to your application, and if he's not married, but then make sure that you put his own registration in there, just in case they say that no, your son is now over the age, then your son can use his own application. I hope you understand. All right. Okay, let's see more questions. Somebody said Festus, you're saying that you have a wife who is a Jamaican and she's in New York. Is it possible to apply? Let me see. I think Jamaica may not be eligible for the DV lottery. Remember, you can only borrow eligibility from someone from a country that qualifies. All right. Let me see the instructions. DV. All right, DV 2025 instructions now, and let me see the countries that qualify. All right. Oops. All right, let's see the countries that qualify. Jamaica, Festus, Jamaica does not qualify for the DV lottery. So unfortunately, since Nigeria doesn't qualify and Jamaica doesn't qualify, you cannot apply. All right. If your wife is in New York already, then have her file for spousal visa for you. File for petition to bring you to America. Right. There are other routes that since she's already here in America, she can petition to bring you to America. Okay. Because both of your countries don't qualify for the DV lottery, so you cannot borrow eligibility from her country. All right. Okay, let's see. Jonah, I say good morning. My brother is just graduating from a welding shop. He learned the trade and they will soon grant him certificate. Can he register for the DV lottery? And my sister is a tailor. Jonah, I think somebody has answered this question for you previously because I've seen your question several times. Please know that welding job doesn't qualify for DV lottery. Being a tailor does not qualify for DV lottery. All right, they have to use the education because these jobs that you mentioned, they don't qualify. These jobs that you mentioned do not qualify. All right. Okay, let's see. America is calling us again. We will surely be there. Amen. Amen. Prince Tutu said, I want to play with my girlfriend alongside our 1-year-old son, but we are not married. Do you think it is possible, or should I play with your son? You should just play with your son. Your girlfriend, on the application, there's nowhere that says that you can add your girlfriend. So please, my people, I have explained this many times. I don't know. We have to. It's like we are making it impossible to be honest. we have to learn to be honest. Girlfriend is not your wife. On the application, they will say you are married or not. Why would you go and claim that you are married if the person is just a girlfriend? You know what she is to you, which is a girlfriend. So why would you go and claim she is your wife? Why would you claim you are married? If you were married, you wouldn't have said it's my girlfriend, right? My people, don't let us make red into blue. We are not going to call a chicken a dove, okay? We are not going to call a pig a cow. If it's a pig, it is a pig. If it's a cow, it is a cow. Let us learn to just call things the way they are, what they are. A cow is a cow. A chicken is a chicken. So when you know the person is your girlfriend, applying with her is like calling a chicken a cat. That is not possible now. A chicken is not a cat. Okay? It's a girlfriend. That's why you said a girlfriend. You know she's a girlfriend. So you shouldn't go and claim that you're married to her. If you do that, you could get disqualified for that. All right? JM, you said, can't pick my gender. Don't know if it's network problem or from the site. JM, guys, those of you who have been having problems with the website, I also had the same problem initially. When you go there, if it doesn't give you the box to tick, yeah, I think it's from the website or it might be from network also. What you can do is that tap, if you're doing it on your phone, just tap your gender. If you are a man, just tap. If you're filling on your phone, just tap your gender. Even though you will not see that it has selected for you. When you go to the next page, when you get to the last but one page, before you click submit, you will see that the gender you choose is there. So guys, when you're filling and the system is not allowing you to, you are not seeing the thing well. It seems like the options are not there. Like when you get to your marital status, you are not seeing the box to tick. Don't worry. Just tap it, even though you don't see it. It's like have faith. We are using faith to fill this thing. Just click on the correct one for you. When you get to the last but one page, before you click submit, you see that everything that you choose, the one you know they see, is there. All right? So do that. Hi, Patrick. How are you? Good morning. I'm doing well. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, somebody, Ishmael, you're saying that his brother should apply. His job doesn't qualify. His job doesn't qualify. His sister's job doesn't qualify. So, I mean, if you want to apply and go and waste your chance, go ahead and apply, right? Applying is a different thing, but the ability to get the visa is a whole nother different thing, right? I can apply for the DV Lottery and win. But does it mean that they will give me visa? No, because they will say, hey, even though you won, we cannot give it to you because you don't qualify, right? It's like playing the local lotto in your country and they say you must be 18 years to apply the lotto, to stake the lotto, and then you are 14-year-old. You got the revelation that some numbers go drop, and then you apply the lotto, you win, and then you go to collect your money. They're like, we don't know you are 14-year-old. We cannot give you the money. It doesn't matter which court you take them to. It's because your age makes you ineligible. So even if you win, they cannot give it to you. So the same thing applies here. You must have the job that qualifies, or you must have the education that qualifies. If you don't have any of those, if your job doesn't qualify and you don't have the education that qualifies, applying for the lotto is just wasting your time. You're going to break your heart, Keke. All right? I hope you understand. Okay, let's go on. Nana Kwame T, you're asking, without a passport, can you do it, please? Yes, you don't need a passport to apply for this. All right. Let's see. Nana Kwabena, you said, please, I learned you posted an app that can convert a passport picture into a preferred dimension. Please, can you repost it? The website that I was looking at, it was called Resizing app. So I hope you write it down. Resizing app. Yeah, resizing app. Resizing.app. When you go to that website, it's like nothing there. But go down there, you see a plus sign which is like green. You click on it, you bring the photo, and then you type there, you change the dimension there, and it go do for you. All right, Nelson Michael, you say, should I add a picture of my daughter and wife when applying? Yes, you should. You are required to do that. All right. Ralph, you said, I'm divorced but no divorce certificate, and I have a daughter but she's not with me. Can I apply without them? So if you are divorced, then how did you not get a certificate? So whether you did the traditional, let's say customary divorce, right, like home divorce, as we do in, you know, some of the marriages in Africa, because it is between the families, we divorce also, you take the drinks back, and that's the divorce. In most of the countries in Africa, even if you do the traditional divorce, you are supposed to go and register. Go to your district assembly or go to your district court and register that I have officially divorced this woman. I have officially, even if it is a Islamic divorce or traditional divorce, they are not going to take it to court. It is not, you are not going to hire a lawyer. You are just going to register it. When you go, they will ask, okay, who are the people, you know, they want to know, does the family recognize that the divorce has been settled? If it's yes, they will do your divorce for you, give you your certificate, and you are done. No need to go and sit in court and have long tense discussion. Yeah. Make sure you have your divorce certificate. The other thing is that the fact that you're divorced doesn't mean that you have divorced your daughter. Your daughter is still your blood. You have to include your daughter as long as the age is under 21. Under 21, you must include your daughter. So whatever thing you need to say to the mother to allow you to get the daughter, go and do that, right? So you divorced the mother, you did not divorce the daughter. Your daughter is yours for life. So as long as their age qualifies, do that. Somebody did that mistake, and that person from Afghanistan did not get his visa because he was now divorced from his wife. He did not include the wife, did not include their son. And God being so wonderful, he won the lotto, went for interview, and was refused because he did not add the son. All right? You don't have to add your ex-wife, but you must add your child. All right, let's go on. Ford, you're asking, good afternoon. Please, in case that you are not married, but you do have case, can both parents fill the lottery with the information of the case in aspect of marital status? You're choosing single or married. Why would you choose married? Okay, there will not be, it will not be double application, my people. So your question, I think, Ford, I understand your question. So Ford is asking that he has a child, or he has children with somebody he's not married to. So he wants to apply for the DV lottery. Yes, when you apply, you are the children, you have to claim your children. When the woman also applies, she must also claim her children. It is not double application when you are a derivative. As for derivative, your name can show up many times. It is not double registration. Double registration is when you are the main applicant and then you apply again and your name is still the main applicant. That is when double application comes in. Double application is when I am applying for the DV lottery. My name, I start with my name from the beginning, Fela, and then I apply again with my name starting at the top. That is double application. But when my name is not at the top, it is on the page 2 or part 2. My name is on the part 2. It is not double application. Okay? So it is not double application. But you must not claim you're married. You must claim your correct marital status. Guys, I have explained that here. I am going to post a video today and then talk about the marital status and explain it again. I've shared my PDF. Those of you who have gone to see my PDF, I explain it over there. So I will make a video and talk about it again, since not everybody has gone to download the PDF that I shared. All right? Yes, you shouldn't say that you are married. A queer man said, my nanny wants to apply, but she's an illiterate. Can I help her? No, you cannot help her. You cannot help her. If your nanny is an illiterate and her job is a nanny, she doesn't qualify. You cannot help her in any way. All right? there's no help you can help. Please remember that when you say, can I help her, whether like you can claim her as your daughter or something like that, please, this is where when the US immigration, mainly like the US Embassy, US Homeland Security, when you arrive at the airport, when they catch you, they will punish you. Because remember, US immigration, like US visa, it is not your personal property for you to use it as benevolence. Okay, it is not yours for you to be gifting to people that I want to help this brother, let me give him visa, let me give this person visa. It is not yours to gift, right? Like how, you know, I have money, somebody, you know, oh, let me help the person small. Visa is not like that. American visa is not your personal property for you to use it to help somebody, right? That's why sometimes even when some people are really married, they go for an interview and then they get refused because they want to make sure that you are not using it as an act of kindness to somebody, right? So if your nanny is an illiterate and your nanny their job as a nanny doesn't qualify, then they don't qualify in any way. All right. Let's go on to the next question. All right. Yes, we have like maybe 15 minutes more. When time is up, time is up. Somebody said, good morning, thanks, wonderful work. This is my, what? The person said, this is my email address, but I'm filling the entry, said my has a space and it cannot be seen. Can you kindly help out? Okay, somebody said their email address has there's a space. So yes, there's a space. The computer has eyes. Okay, let me give you some small crash course in how computers see things. So computer is executing code. You type something for the computer translates it in its mind and gives you what you told it, right? Or keeps the information in its memory. Now, when you type something, when you type a space, you know, most of the time when you type a space, our eyes will not see that you have typed a space. The computer sees it. That is why when I type my name, Equia space Wafoy, the computer will not put Equia Wafoy together because the space is represented by a character to the computer. The computer knows that when you put a space there, the computer stores information there that there is a space here I must keep. The person put a space here. So when you're filling the application, you type your email address and it tells you there's a space there. So the way to correct it is that delete the email address. And the other thing that I would tell you too is that it's because you are populating the email address. You are also populating the email address. You know, those of us on our phone, when you're typing and when I type WOF and then my phone tells me, oh, it's wafoitv@gmail.com. That is what you're trying to type. And then you select it and you put it there. Oftentimes when you do that, the cursor will move one step forward. Oftentimes when you let your phone do that predictive test, because your phone knows that every time you type WOFY, you are typing wafoitv@gmail.com. You are bringing the email address. So your phone tells you that, hey, this is the email address you are typing. This is it. You can, and then you select it and then you put it there. Your phone will automatically place a cursor ahead of that email address. So then it will put a space there, but your eyes know they see. So what you will do is that make sure that you type the email address there. Clear out everything in the email address column. Clear everything. Backspace everything. Backspace to make sure that everything is removed. Then now type it. Don't let the phone suggest it to you. Type it one by one to the end. When you're done, make sure that the cursor is right in front of the M, right? Because all of the email address has like .com, okay, or .co, .uk. Make sure that the cursor is right next to the last letter. If the cursor is not right next to that and it is a little bit ahead of that, then know that there's a space there. That's why the cursor has moved forward. All right, so do it that way. It will make it easier for you. Okay. All right. Let's go on to that. Gifty, you're asking, do we have age limit? There's no age limit for the applicant, but when you're adding your children, there's an age limit, which is 21 and above. So if you have children who are 21 and older, you cannot include them. So let's say me, I have a son who is 21 years old. When I'm filling the DV lottery, let's say I am married, I have a son who is 21 years old. When I'm filling the DV lottery and it gets to the number of children that I have, I will put 0 because my son does not qualify to be on my application. If my son has finished high school, my son can apply on his own, fill his own application, right? But he cannot be under my case. He cannot get his visa through my case because he is above the age. But there's no age limit to filling as the main applicant. There's an age limit for children. All right. Genevieve, can I apply for my son who is 1.5 years separately? Genevieve, I don't think this is going to be possible because your son does not have a high school certificate, I suppose, right? Your son does not have a high school certificate. Your son does not have work experience, 2 years of work experience within the last 5 years. So you cannot apply for your son who is 1.5 years old separately. You cannot, because your son does not qualify on his own, right? Anytime you are applying for somebody separately, that person must qualify on their own accord. And qualifying means the person must meet the minimum education requirement, which is a successful completion of secondary school or senior high school, or have a work experience of 2 years in the last 5 years in an occupation that requires 2 years of training. Your son has not even been on this earth for that long to even have 2 years of work experience. So no, your son, you shouldn't apply for your son separately. All right. All right. Hello, Irene. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? All right. Let's go on. Emmanuel, you're saying that, let me see somebody's question. Okay, Brakweku, your question, I'm now seeing your question. Please, I just did my registration, but unfortunately my wife currently not around, so I could get her picture. So I excluded her from the program and stated I'm not, yeah, you can get disqualified. Your wife is not around, but I almost spoke to you. Baby, you're one on a photo studio in the home. Your wife could have taken the photo and sent it to you, right? This is why I've been telling you guys. The deadline is November 7th. I have been doing this education so that you don't make the mistakes that you are already making. My people, don't let me do this suffer in vain. Early morning, up here, I could have been sleeping extra in bed. I am here giving you information, and I've done that all year round, and you go and make the mistake that I told you not to do. My people now, hey, umami bregu. Your wife, you could have collected the photos from your wife. Your wife could have taken the photo where they are. Only phone. Don't you know that you could text the photo to you? She could have taken the photo and texted it to you. Anyway. Let's see. Somebody says, in case, good afternoon. So, yeah, I've responded to Latte. I've responded to that person. So I hope you take that. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Let me see. Guys, I have 9 minutes more to go. Okay, let me go through the questions. Guys, some of the questions, they are coming in slowly. So that's why, but I'm scrolling through to see them. Okay, some of the questions, I'm not even seeing them there yet. So let me see some of the questions that people had asked on the Facebook page, you know, whilst I was sleeping. All right, let's see. Somebody. All right, okay. Let's see. What question? Somebody said it's Rafstan. He said, I've been married for 15 years with 4 kids. The oldest is 14 years, but no marriage certificate. How do I go about it? Rafstan, you should go and get your marriage certificate. So for you, Rafstan, you said you've been married. If I were you, you have now until November 7th. Go and register in your country and get your marriage certificate. I don't know which country you come from, but if you're from Ghana, you should go and register at your go to your district assembly and find out how to register your traditional marriage. It doesn't cost a lot. I think it's like less than 150 Ghana cedis. Those of you in Liberia, you need to go to, I believe it's there's a ministry, is it Foreign Affairs or something? In Liberia too, you're supposed to go and register your marriage, even if it is a traditional customary marriage, right? Go and register it. You have now until November 7th, all right? Do it as soon as possible so that you can apply with your family. I don't want the situation where you will take the shortcut, you will take the easy road, and then when you win, then now you come and bother us here. That sister, I've won the lotto, but I did not state. I stated that I was single. I stated that I was this. You know that we cannot help you in that. So yeah. Okay, let's see. What question? Any more questions? There are no more questions up here. So let me go on to on Facebook. All right. Okay. Somebody asked, and I've already responded to that question, but let me talk about it here. When you are married and on separation, can you do the DV Lottery registration? The only time that somebody who is going through separation can apply for the DV Lottery is when it is legally court ordered. So if you want to separate, you have to go through court and let court do the separation. Courts tell you that, hey, you and your wife, your marriage certificate is still going to be there, marriage license is still going to be there, but you people stay apart. It is the only time that you can claim separation. If not, if your wife is just living her own place, you're living your own place, that is still, you must still get her photo and apply as if you are still married. Okay, it is only when you have gone to legal separation. Hi, Mr. O.com. How are you? Thanks for joining in today. Those of you who are interested in teaching in America, you need to follow Mr. O.com. His content is more about coming to America to teach. So those of you who are STEM language teachers, right? What am I saying? STEM language, STEM program teachers, meaning science, English, math, technology. If you teach those subjects, right? You cannot come and teach social studies in America. You cannot come and teach Cree language in America. Okay? You cannot come and teach religious and moral studies in America. But if you are science and math, those ones are. But follow Mr. O.com. He will give you content on how to do that. He himself was a teacher in Ghana and he's now in America teaching. So those of you who are looking to come to America, my people, we don't have to just focus on just one thing, right? When it comes to trying to immigrate, move to another country to start your life, work there, you don't have to just follow just one path. You can be applying for DV Lottery whilst also looking for other opportunities. But let's say you are Tree teacher, you are religious studies teacher, you are PE teacher, and you want to come to America, you have to do the DV Lottery, okay? Because your type of occupation, the subject that you teach, when you come to America, you cannot teach that here. But remember, when you win the DV Lottery and you get your visa, you can use your job to qualify. When you come to America, then you can do something else, all right? Let me see any more questions, guys. I have 4 minutes to go. So I've posted the link for the DV Lottery program. Those of you guys who have been asking for it, go to the Facebook page. It is there. Make sure, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Somebody says HND. Please, it's HND higher? Is it equivalent to first degree? So in some countries it is, in some countries it's not. So HND is like a diploma, right? A diploma in America is like an associate degree. So when you're filling the DV lottery, let me tell you this, don't even stress so much. You can choose a degree if you are HND. You can either choose a degree or you can choose the vocational and technical option. Remember, because the system didn't give us the option to choose a diploma or an associate degree, you just choose the one which is comparable. So imagine the vocational and technical is a little bit below and the first degree is a little bit above. So you can choose either one of those options. They are not going to use that to disqualify you. It's just that you are choosing the one that is closest to yours, right? Sometimes when you're going to this immigration thing, you may not get exactly what you're looking for. It's like when you look at the high school degree. In Ghana, we don't call it high school degree. Degree is what you get in the university, right? But then they said high school degree. So it means that it is closer to high school certificate, right? So we choose that, even though in our country we don't use high school degree, but we've seen high school degree there. So we know that maybe they're talking about high school certificate, so let's choose that, right? So sometimes when you are confused about something, just pick the one that is closer to what you see there. The options that is closer to what you have, all right? But guys, my time is up. Thank you so much for coming in and joining this live video this morning. I appreciate you guys going to the YouTube channel to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wofoi TV. Please subscribe so that we can grow this platform, so that we can share more engaging and educative content. All right, I love you guys. Good luck to you. Keep applying. You have up to November 7th. Don't wait until that time. If your wife is not home, your husband is not home, your children are not home, please, remit them money for them to go and take their passport photo, so that they can text it on this phone that they hold. Send it to you, whether email or by text message, so that you can use that to apply for the lotto. Don't make the mistake and exclude your children because they were not home. Don't make the mistake and exclude your wife because she was not home, your husband because he's not home. And don't make the mistake and say that your girlfriend, your fiance is your wife, when you know girlfriend and fiance, they are not wives. Boyfriend and fiancé, they are not husbands. Please, let's not play with these games. A chicken is not a duck. A chicken is not a duck. A goat is not a sheep. Let's not call girlfriends wives. Let's not call boyfriends husbands. The fact that you've been calling him your husband in your head, and nobody has questioned you and said anything, doesn't mean that the law will accept it as your husband. All right? Even your own family know they accept that. All right? So my people, do the right thing. Don't overcomplicate things. I love you guys. God be with you. And I see you on my next video. Mr. O.com, he said, would they select those who apply early than those? No. It doesn't matter when you apply. The selection is random. All right? I love you guys. God be with you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.